I'm Davidson, product engineer at Gunwerks. On this video segment, we're going to show you how to adjust the zero stop of the new G7 rifle scope built by Nightforce. In our previous video, we adjusted our zero to match the adjustment of our rifle scope and our trajectory so that everything lines up. Well, you dial 400, you hit at 400. Now, once you've made that adjustment, you may need to make a slight adjustment on where your zero stop impacts. Now, some people might want their zero stop to shut down right at the bottom of their adjustment. So at 200 yards it should stop. Now, on our rifles, we prefer to be able to dial back to, let's say, 2 minutes below. That gives us a little flexibility in the field. This scope right here is this is 2 clicks low. So I'm going to show you a really quick adjustment to get to that 8 clicks or 2 minutes. The tools we need is the little adjustment Allen wrench to take the cap off and adjust the zero stop. Then I'm going to use a penny to make some click adjustments while I'm underneath the turret. So first step is to take this elevation cap off. 2 turns of the screw will loosen it enough that we can remove the cap. Now, one thing we do want to watch for is there's a lot of grease that lubricates these O-rings. Don't wipe it off, leave it on there. Now, I am right back to 2. I'm going to loosen the 4 screws on the top of this zero stop. That's our clutch assembly. Just a quarter turn will do. And then I'm going to turn the elevation assembly clockwise or down 6 more clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to turn the zero stop so it touches the stop. Tighten the clutch back up. These only take 4 inch-pounds of tension to tighten. We don't want to over-tighten this at all. Once I've got the clutch assembly tightened, I need to go ahead and back up my 8 clicks so when I put my turret on, I can put it right on at 200 yards. So I'm all the way down to the clutch, or the zero stop touching. I'm going to go 8 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now that's 8 clicks up or counterclockwise. And then I can set my turret down right on 200 and tighten this up. Remember, you don't have to have it over tightened. Same thing with your thumb and forefinger on your wrench. You don't want to bend the turret or anything like that. Alright, so now if we check this out, I've got 8 clicks below my 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 8 clicks. Okay, and we kind of like that setting because it allows us some flexibility in the field. Let's go through that one more time, but this time we want to adjust our zero stop so that it is exactly at the 2. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dial my scope assembly right to the 2. I'm going to loosen up my cap 1.5 to 2 turns. Then lift it off. I'm going to loosen up the 4 screws in my clutch assembly. Quarter turn, half a turn. Okay, then I'm going to take my clutch assembly and I'm going to rotate it clockwise until I feel the stop touch. It bottoms out right there. Tighten up the clutch assembly. Remember, 4 inch-pounds. That's just barely tight, barely snug with your index finger and thumb. And we'll put the turret back on at 2. Tighten our set screws. There. Now we have the zero stop adjusted so that it stops precisely at 200 yards. So there's 2 different methods for you, 2 different options. There's probably a couple other scenarios you can experience, but it gives you the idea that you can make your adjustments independent from your zero stop setting. So the zero stop's important because when you're dialing out there to 700, 800, 900 yards, you never want to lose track of how many revolutions you are or where you're at. Right now I'm not really sure where I'm at, but I know that if I turn it clockwise all the way down to where it stops, that I'm going to start from the right place every time. That's an important thing when in the field. We want to keep everything simple, and we don't want to make any mistakes when we're shooting long range. I'm Davidson, and I've just shown you how to adjust the zero stop on your new G7 long range rifle scope.